Greetings to everyone out there in the NoDQ galaxy. Welcome to NoDQ video here on NoDQ.com and the YouTube channel, youtube.com/AaronRiftNoDQ. If you enjoyed today's video, please share it with a friend on social media. Send in your questions to Aaron Rift on Twitter using the hashtag NoDQTurns20. First one today comes from Aaron Rift Should Be King. And if you want your answer first, maybe you should change your username as well. Could Smackdown still be live on Fridays on Fox and events on Friday through Monday instead of Saturday to Tuesday? Also, the deal is worth $1 billion. Surely that means more programming like 205 Live for FS1 and 2, and even things like Tough Enough, Breaking Ground, and Weekly Highlights show. WWE can put together whatever television shows they want with this money. Now, which of these shows will potentially end up on Fox? That remains to be seen. I think any show that Fox would want, WWE would provide, but who knows if Fox will want more than just SmackDown Live at this point. I think if WWE does really well on Fox and a relationship blooms between these two corporate entities, I could definitely see Fox perhaps adding more WWE programming. But at the very least, with the WWE Network, WWE has so much money and pretty much anything they want to put out there for fans to watch, they're going to do it. If you want Breaking Ground, WWE will probably do it. And it doesn't really matter if it's on Fox or the WWE Network. They got the money, so if there's demand for it, they will most likely have it out there for people one way or another. Got this one here from Converse Craig. With SmackDown moving to Fox, do you think the show will be more edgy, especially comparing the other primetime Fox shows? Well, I do not watch Fox, so I don't know what the quality of the other shows is like. I don't think things will be much different because WWE is in this PC era where WWE doesn't want to risk offending somebody. I don't think WWE is going to push the envelope too much and do things that are deemed too controversial and risk ruining this relationship with Fox. The money is just so significant, I don't imagine WWE taking too many chances. But then again, if Fox wants an edgier product, then I think WWE will give them an edgier product. At the end of the day, WWE is going to make Fox happy because Fox is paying a lot of money, reportedly, for this show. Got this one here from Mr. Yuck. If SmackDown Live moves to Fox with $1 billion price tag, will it force WWE to step up the program writing, superstars, and match quality? This, I think, is a more realistic possibility. I've said this before, I'll say it again. WWE doesn't need to be TV-14 to have a compelling show. WWE can be kid-friendly and still have compelling storylines and interesting characters. So yeah, I do think there is a little bit of hope in that sense. WWE wants this relationship to work, so I think in the short term, we'll see WWE really put a lot of effort into SmackDown. I talked about this on NoDQ Live. We could see some marquee stars from Raw go over to SmackDown. This might be the time that SmackDown Live, for the first time ever perhaps, is officially recognized as the A show by WWE. I think fans for a while see SmackDown as the A show in terms of quality, just being a better show than Raw. I also feel part of that is due to SmackDown only being 2 hours, but still, a lot of fans seem to like SmackDown over Raw for the most part. But as far as WWE is concerned, Raw is the A show. that could change with WWE having SmackDown on Fox, because at that point, Fox and the potential for WWE to expand its audience, WWE is going to pull out all the stops. Hopefully creatively, but I think at the very least, we could see somebody like Roman Reigns head over to SmackDown Live, and WWE will put its full focus on SmackDown. Will that lead to a better product? I think the jury is very much out on that, but one would hope so. One would hope that the writers, Vince, Triple H, everyone involved will be even more motivated to make SmackDown succeed and try and create as many new fans as possible. You would think that, at least. Got this one here from It's the Costanza. Hey Aaron, with Fox buying SmackDown Live, will they snag Raw afterwards if SmackDown is successful on that network for a bigger price? Well, if anything happens with Fox and Monday Night Raw, that will happen fairly soon. I believe the goal by WWE is to announce the future homes of Raw and SmackDown officially by the summer of this year. I believe USA Network is going to keep Raw and Fox will pick up SmackDown. But things could always change down the line. If WWE and Fox have a really strong relationship, if SmackDown does big numbers, then several years down the line perhaps we could see Fox pick up Monday Night Raw from USA Network. But then again, things might not work out between WWE and Fox, and we could see SmackDown back on USA Network, although at this time, it appears USA Network is only willing to pay the big bucks for Monday Night Raw at this point. So it will be really interesting to see where things go with Raw and SmackDown potentially being on different networks, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if it leads to a boom in popularity for WWE, if WWE creatively steps up its game. All these are questions that I think are very much up in the air right now, and we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out. Got this one here from SCW Wrestling Channel. Hey Aaron, with WWE making mega money out of the new TV deals, such as SmackDown moving to Fox, is this going to majorly harm the indie wrestling scene? Felt as if some momentum had been made with the success of All In, but WWE would have the money to sign anyone from the indies. Not necessarily. WWE right now could pretty much sign anyone they want to sign. The question is, who are they interested in? WWE already has a bloated roster, and All In's success really had nothing to do with guys that were recently released by WWE. Cody left a couple of years ago, but beyond that, most of the guys working All In will probably be guys that have been on the indies for a while, and I think if WWE was interested in those guys, they would have picked those guys up by now. Now, as far as the Young Bucks and Cody, Kenny Omega, as far as they go, I think when their contracts are up, I think All In will definitely increase their stock. But I think WWE going to Fox isn't really going to make a difference one way or another. WWE already had the money to pay for any guys that they want. I think the success of All In will increase the chances of guys like Cody and the Young Bucks getting big money offers from WWE. I think the success of that event more than anything else will be a factor in WWE making big money offers to those guys. Got this one here from Joseph Rickman. With the role Seth Rollins is on, could you see him as a future challenger to the WWE Universal Champion Brock Lesnar, or will Vince and Triple H stick with Roman Reigns? This is a great question. I know, for me personally, I have no interest in seeing Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar again. Will it happen again? Would not shock me. Could we see Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar again? Possibly, but there is a lot of speculation about Seth Rollins, the fact that the company has been pushing him really strongly as of late. He's doing the foot stomp like Shawn Michaels to set up the curb stomp. You got Michael Cole on commentary, calling him red hot, making a big deal out of it. So I definitely think there's a possibility that Seth Rollins will possibly get a title opportunity against Brock Lesnar. We haven't seen a one-on-one match between those guys. We've only had that 2015 triple threat match at the Royal Rumble with John Cena, and then we had Rollins cashing in at WrestleMania 31 where he pinned Reigns. We haven't seen a Rollins versus Lesnar. Actually, did we? Didn't we have one at Battleground? See, I'm forgetting things now. And I think that that's all the more reason to do the match. I think they did have a match at Battleground if I'm not mistaken. But I've already forgotten about it, and WWE banks on it. They bank on fans not remembering things. So if they did Rollins versus Lesnar, I think it would be fine. And Rollins, like Michael Cole says, is red hot right now. You could go with Rollins as the guy to beat Lesnar. I would be fine with that. Some might have an issue, might not think it's believable enough, but who else do you go with at this point? Yeah, you could go with Reigns, but does anybody really care now? Maybe some Reigns fans do. I shouldn't say that. I'll get some hate mail. Braun Strowman, even though he lost at No Mercy, again, I think fans will forget about that match. They will at least try to. I know I have personally. I've tried to block that match out of memory. I'm really not excited about seeing that match again based off of the first one, but Strowman would be a very logical choice to be the guy that beats Lesnar. So right now, I think there's several possibilities. I don't think it's going to be somebody like Finn Balor, but I think there is a chance that Rollins could be that guy. This one comes from Fear On Parik. Hey Aaron, could you see both Rusev and Lana winning their Money in the Bank matches and WWE doing a Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank storyline with them? On paper, that sounds like an interesting idea. It sounds like something that would be fun to watch. However, based off of Smackdown this week and Lana not really doing anything, it feels like the company is using smoke and mirrors with her and she still isn't really capable of doing a lengthy one-on-one match. I would be really surprised if Lana won Money in the Bank. I don't anticipate her winning, but we've seen stranger things in the past, so I would not rule it out. Rusev winning, I think, would be awesome, but let's be real here. Is WWE really going to give the fans that massive Rusev push? That I still question. I don't know. But yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank, I like it. It's something different. And you could build a super faction with Rusev, Aiden English, and Lana, which they can do regardless, but that would make it an even bigger faction. Have them just completely take over SmackDown Live. Maybe have Aiden English win the United States title from Jeff Hardy. I know I would like that personally. Some of you don't like Aiden English, but to me, that guy is a great sports entertainer. That guy is money as far as I'm concerned. Forget about Carmella. Aiden English is money. Got this one here from Alan. Who are your top 5 candidates to headline the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2019? Does Jim Johnston go into the Hall of Fame next year for his contributions in music? Who else joins? I hate to say this because I feel he should be in the Hall of Fame, but I think Jim Johnston is highly unlikely in all likelihood. I would love to see him go in, though, and I think he absolutely 100% should. So if I had to come up with 5 people for next year, Owen Hart, and as I'm recording this video, today is the 19-year anniversary since his death. Next year will be the 20-year anniversary, so it's a bit of a somber anniversary, but, you know, induct him into the Hall of Fame 20 years after he passes away would be interesting. He should be going in, but again, it's all up to Martha, and if she allows it to happen. I would like to see, as far as a headliner go, maybe The Rock, Batista, Undertaker, one of those 3 I could see headlining next year. As far as some other names going into the Hall of Fame, China is a name at the top of my list as far as female superstars going in. If not China, then maybe Sable, since, you know, she was a big star during the Attitude Era, and she's married to Brock Lesnar. That's not the reason to induct her, but I think that she would be willing to do it if they offered it to her. And maybe Demolition. Demolition, a tag team that I feel has not been properly recognized in WWE history. They've more or less been forgotten about and deemed as LOD knockoffs. But as a kid, I was a huge fan of Demolition. I think they should be going into the Hall of Fame. And I know there's been some legal issues, and they were part of a lawsuit, apparently. So I don't know if they're going to be going in anytime soon, if ever. It all comes down to politics, unfortunately. But as far as their accomplishments, and I think the impact they made on kids, including myself, I think they should go in. Got this one here from Alfredo. Hey bro, do you think that the best option for a potential CM Punk WWE return is that the first feud be against Triple H, do the real heat between them? Yeah, you could do that. We all remember the pipe bomb promo with CM Punk calling Triple H the doofus son-in-law. That would be a really interesting feud, although we did already see them face off right after SummerSlam, from what I remember. It would be an interesting feud, though, since Triple H is the guy in charge, basically, him and Stephanie, and CM Punk actually did quit the company. So, you know, I've said this many times. The best storylines often imitate real life. CM Punk really left, play it up in a storyline. Triple H is running the show. You can play that into the storyline as well. So it would be a fitting feud for CM Punk if he came back. But ultimately, I want to see CM Punk against the new guys. I want to see CM Punk against AJ Styles, against Samoa Joe. Yes, we did see CM Punk and Samoa Joe in Ring of Honor, but fresh matches we haven't seen in a WWE ring. Those are the matches I want to see. That'll wrap it up for this edition of NoDQ Video. Thank you all very much for watching and supporting. Word of mouth really goes a long way, so if you have a moment, please share this video with a friend. Tell somebody you know who watches wrestling to check out this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com for the very latest news and rumors regarding Money in the Bank. I will be there in Chicago for both Money in the Bank and NXT TakeOver Chicago. Should be a fun weekend. There is a meetup if you're in the area. Check it out, NoDQ.com/Chicago. And that's all I got for this edition of NoDQ Video. I will see you guys next time.